Hey everyone, it's another Lick Friday and we've got a very cool lick for you this week. It will take some working at because there's a lot of bends going on. So technique wise you're going to need a fair bit of control over that because you're adding bends with vibrato, so that's always nice. But more on that later on. For those that are interested, the Patreon page is live and ready and it's patreon.com/dance page. Link just there, and your tab for this lesson you can find on there in Guitar Pro format, or you can find it free in PDF form on my website, which is dansguitar.com, and there you go. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and share this video with all your guitar-y friends. I will see you in a mo after this lick. Oh yeah, that was the lick. It's fairly cool. There's a bag of technique used in this. So you've got those vibrato bends, just bends themselves, repetition, bending after bending after bending, etc. You get the idea. So the idea behind it is basically working on your bends. That is it. So if you want the tab for it, as I said, go to the dansguitar.com for the free PDF, and there's other stuff on there. Please look and share that website, and you can go to my Patreon page for the guitar profile, which is patreon.com/Dan's page, and from there you'll have lessons available to you on Patreon and nowhere else. That's it. None of this stuff will be on YouTube. Also, along with the backing track for this lesson, that's not available on YouTube either. It's just for the patrons. Anyway, so there we go. I will make it available on Apple Music and Amazon and all that sort of stuff fairly soon, but that's when the next album gets uploaded, once I get all that mastered. Now, the next thing to do is to download the PDF, get playing this lesson, and wait for that breakdown, which is coming up right now. Please like, subscribe, and share. There you go. See you in a bit. Bye. A little breaky down. It's all based around it's based around that first pentatonic. So you've got a standard sort of thing where it's all bends, it's normal pentatonic licks, but I think it's just the repetitions that are going on, and then trying to add vibrato into it. Playing it 4 times in a row like I just did in that example, it does become quite tiring. So when you're playing it once, just as a sort of like short burst of a lick, it should be doable as long as you can get your bends right. So if you're not used to bends and vibrato at the same time, just concentrate more on getting the bend correct, then add the vibrato in at a later date. That's entirely up to you how you approach it, but for those that are also interested, I've got a lesson on how to bend a string correctly and how to add vibrato correctly, so just check out those links below in the description pane of the video. So starting off with, you've got a full tone bend on the 10th fret of that 3rd string, and then as that's bent, as you're holding that note, you're going to bring your little finger into, or the 3rd finger, all depends what you're bending with, the 11th fret of the 2nd string. So, and then you're straight back into that 10th fret bend, and you do that around about 4 times. So it's okay. So on that 4th one, you're basically going. You're bending up, letting it back down, coming off to the 8th fret of the 3rd string, and then the 10th fret of the 4th string. Okay. Okay. And then you're going back into what is kind of a standard pentatonic lick, where you've got the 8th fret 3rd string, And this is the standard part where you're bending the 10th fret 3rd string and going across to the 8th fret 2nd and then 8th fret 1st. So straight to a full tone bend on the 11th fret 2nd string with a bit of vibrato if you can. If not, don't worry. Okay, then you're going to bend that up, let it down, pull off to the 8th fret. This is all on the 2nd string, so it's 11 up, down, pull off to the 8th fret, and then it's 11th fret bend on the 1st string, full tone bend, letting that back down with vibrato. And then you've got, that's on the 1st string by the way, I think I said that. Anyway, 8th fret 1st string, and then 11 pull off to the 8 on the 2nd string. So you got, okay, with a 11th fret full tone bend with vibrato. Okay, then you've got to run down the blues scale, which is the 1st string 8th fret, 11th fret 2nd, 8th fret 2nd, and then it's the 11, 10, 8 on the 3rd string, 10 on the 4th. And then either, there's two ways you can do this. You can go full tone bend from the 11th fret on that 2nd string, or if you're tired of bending, just to slide up to the 13th fret from that 10th fret at 11th fret. So, or entirely up to you. They both give you sort of different tonalities as you do that, so you could actually practice both, which would be rather nice. So if I play the lick slow for you now, you end up with something along the lines of this. You've reached the end. That is it. It's the end of 210. I was going to say 2010 then, but it's not. It's less than 210. 210 licks down, and yeah, 211 coming up next week. But for those that are interested, there's videos popping up. Please subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up as well. I will see you next week for week 211. Don't forget Patreon. Don't forget my website. All linked. See ya.